friends. We are going to do a little unboxing. Say hey when you're hopping on. If you're watching the live, drop a 1. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2. So I got in some Ophir stuff, and how we get unbox it together. That needs to be done. The trash is old. All right. Good morning. We're gonna get ready. Safely. Gonna dig into this box. Okay. We go to Utah this week. I feel like I have a lot going on and a lot to do. How was everybody's weekend? Did anybody watch the Super Bowl? I haven't even watched it. I haven't even watched to see who won. I have no idea. We did not watch the Super Bowl. So Adam wasn't feeling too hot, and then one of our kids wasn't feeling hot, and we were invited to a Super Bowl party, but we're like, you know, just in case anybody's germy, we are just gonna stay home. So, hi. Okay, so I got in the new Pivot powder from Ophir. This is, Ophir has 30% off with the code GLAM30. Thanks for the update. Eagles won. Perfect. I do know we ordered McDonald's like at 9 o'clock last night. Our schedule was weird, and we fed everybody like early, and kind of all were worn out, and we're like, we're going to bed. And then we got in bed and we're like, are you hungry? I'm hungry. So we ordered McDonald's, and our Uber driver, like our Uber Eats driver, he was like, are you watching this game? It's crazy. And Adam was like, no, we're actually not. We were watching the new, it's on Netflix, the new Alone Australia. That's what we were watching. But I was like, oh crud, I forgot. I literally had forgotten. The game was on, and I was like, do you want to watch the game? And he was like, no. From what I can tell, it's like a done deal. You know what I mean? So, all right, we'll give everybody a minute. I'm a little early today. Okay, so I'm gonna be double drinking because Adam just made me a coffee, and then I'll make a TrimFit to go, and I'm gonna get ready, but I did want to unbox some of these with you. So this is the Pivot powder, and I honestly was like, oh, is it a new setting powder? What is it? And then when I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's like a highlighting powder, which that makes me super excited. Also, the most satisfying part, I love when you get a new TV and you like peel these off. It's amazing. Okay, so this one is in the shade Sunset Spark. Okay, so we're just gonna, it's very soft, very like beautiful. So Sunset Spark. Ooh, look at that pigmentation. That's amazing. Seriously, that was like hardly anything. Okay, this one's Silver Ice. So if you're needing a new highlighter, we're gonna play with these today. Okay, so I got a phone call Friday, and I was hesitant, like, should I share this? Should I not share this? Should I wait until I know what's going on? And I don't know what's going on, but I thought maybe I'm a firm believer in like the power of prayer and our community that prays, and also that like if anybody has had this happen and it turned out fine, like that you could let me know. Anyways, I got a call from, we've been on this like potential have a new baby journey, and so part of that was going, you know, and like getting your regular things done. And so I got a call Friday, and there was a little bit of a language barrier, but she was like, your pap smear came back bad. And I was like bad? Like, what does that mean? And she was like, well, it's abnormal, and you have atypical cells and something else. And she was like, we need you to come in to do a biopsy. And I was like a biopsy, like for what? And she was like, well, like a cancer biopsy. So I had like a little, like after I got off the phone, like kind of like, well, I didn't see that coming. And then I Googled it, and I kind of like came back to earth that like there are lots of reasons you can have atypical cells. There are lots of reasons. The likelihood at my age of it being cervical cancer is really, really low. But I do have to go. So I'm going they want me to come in today for blood work. So I'm going in for that. And then I have like a cervical biopsy in 2 weeks. So but honestly, I'm like, people go through things all the time, right? And we all do. And but I am a firm believer in prayer, that God like heals, and the more people together. So I am just praying that it is just nothing, like that, literally, that like, oh, like, no, there's nothing wrong, and everything is good. But it did make me glad that I'm like, oh, I was really hesitant. Like I was like, I do not want to get, I don't want to get a pap smear. But the last 2 I've had have been abnormal, but this is the first time, I guess, it's been a little weirder than that. And so, but then that makes me a little nervous, because for like the past 5 years, they've been like abnormal. And now I guess a little more than that. And so anyway, so if you could just, okay, same thing happened to you, you'll be just fine. Okay, that makes me feel, so from all my Googling, it's basically like a better safe than sorry, and I should be totally fine. But anyways, if you guys can just agree with me in prayer that like, if you happen to think of me, that like I'm like writing down in my affirmations, like my body is working like healthy, and like that there is no cancer in my body, that like we'll get to have another baby. Like, you know, at first I was like, oh no, like we might not be able to have another baby. And then I was like, oh my God, well, what if it was like worse? And so I was like, I just don't want to worry about anything. Honestly, like biblically, like don't worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. But that I don't want to worry about anything until there's like something to actually worry about. So I'm just going to go through the process, and it's all going to be okay. Okay, you had that with the same results and nothing was wrong. Okay, see, like, and when I Googled, it was like a lot of people, there's like nothing wrong. So anyways, it is a little scary. Not like I have a lot of kids and you're like, oh my gosh, like our life is so great. But like, please Lord, like I don't, but regardless, like, I'm like, okay, well, we just do whatever you have to do, you know? So, and then I'm nervous, like, oh, I feel like that's such a sensitive area, and to have to get a biopsy there, I'm like, ugh. But I've had 4 babies, so I'm like, surely it can't be as bad as having 4 babies. So, it'll all be okay. But 4 abnormal, then a biopsy, and was fine. Okay. Okay, you had one that was abnormal and dysplasia, but it can be fixed, and you had a baby after that, and she's 16. Oh, thank you so much for sharing. So anyway, so I really do have to get ready or I'm gonna be late, but let's finish going through this. Okay, Ophir, this is in the shade Silver Ice. These colors are so pretty. But I just wanted, if anybody thinks about me over the next couple weeks, or I feel like I'm on here every single day. And so, just about. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I just don't want to feel like I'm like hiding something or to feel off or whatever. And this is my job. I still have to like come on and do this regardless if I'm having like a hard personal day. And so I was like, maybe I'll just share, and anyone who thinks of me can also help pray that everything's gonna be okay. Oh, you loaded up on natural remedies. So I got a castor oil pack, which I was planning to do anyways because I have PCOS. And so I have it in here. I'll show it to you. So I plan to do this. It just came in. So I plan to do like a castor oil pack every night. And then I got the one that you can like wear. So I plan to do that because castor oil can like seep down and is very like healing and cleansing. So I plan to do that. And I'm currently doing, which I was already doing, a parasite cleanse. And we started Adam and I are both doing it. And it's like a worm cleanse. I originally was going to try papaya seeds, but I had an allergic reaction. So we are full-blown actual parasite cleansing. Doing that, I don't know, just, it's going to all be fine. But if anyone else is going through something hard today, just want to remind you that, like, you are not alone. We all have things that come up that are unexpected sometimes, but that God is so good. And that I just pray He like gives you peace and helps you through whatever you're going through. Okay, Gold Rush. This is stunning. I'm so glad these came in. It takes me a little bit longer to get things because we live in Puerto Rico. And the shipping here stinks. It just takes a long time to get this way. Okay, this one is good. Where is it? Radiant Rose. Yes, so castor oil. I've been putting castor oil in my belly button for a long time, but I wanted to get like full castor oil packs that I could put all the way across. And I have some cysts on my ovaries. I'm PCOS, so, but not surprising. And so I know that castor oil helps break down cysts. And I've used that before. I used to have a castor oil pack when Lola was little. I used to wear it but anyways, okay, here we go. Let's get ready. I agree, Sharon, that it will be absolutely nothing and just for peace to flow over. And I also am like, I really do believe everything happens for a reason. And I completely am like, if we are not supposed to have another baby, or it is like dangerous and like something did happen and they were like, no, you're not supposed to, I would believe it's because we're not supposed to. Like, I just truly am like, I just pray that like God's will be done and that whatever is supposed to happen happens. And I pray for like complete healing, but that if it's like, you never know what one thing can protect you from something else. Or why things happen. And so anyways, we're just in our trusting God season. Okay, going in with some Skin Prep Dewy Primer. I'm trying to get these comments. Jessica, we moved to Puerto Rico. My husband and I both had like job opportunities here. And so we've moved here just for like a transfer, doing work stuff. I have something in my eye. I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to get that out before I try and go any further. I love peeling these off. I could like work in a factory where all I do is like peel. They probably don't have anybody peeling off. They're probably just applying, but I'm like, I could totally work somewhere where I just peeled off. Not like the Home Goods stickers. Those are horrible, but like the ones that are like this, that are really satisfying and you just peel them off. That's the one. Okay. I really feel like my eye is dry or something. Or I have some, like a fuzz in it. It's just gonna have to, I really need to find it. I'm so sorry, friends. Welcome to live. Like on the internet where you can't really change when something happens live. Okay, let's go and Skin Prep Dewy Primer. I love the dewy because it gives you just such a good foundation for your makeup to sit on. You've been using beef tallow for a primer, so good. Lacey, I tried beef tallow. I wanted to like it. Maybe it was the one that I got. I saw it on a girl's review on TikTok. I bought it off of Amazon. Mine smelled like a beef stew, like an actual, that's the only way I can describe it, is like bacon fat, like beef stew. And I was like, I can't do it. I cannot do the beef tallow. Like the smell is a no for me, but it's supposed to be very good for your skin. And if you can handle Did yours smell? Do you feel like it smells weird? I don't have any eye drops in here, or I totally would. You always clean things out of your eyes. Last week you gave yourself pink eye. You don't have pink eye since your son was little. Oh no. I can't do beef either. I just can't. I can't do the beef tallow. Okay, we're gonna go in with a little bit of this golden hour. This is just a glowy sunscreen, and it's sunset that I want to use. I just need to like get rid of this one because seriously, this is like a light highlight for the sunscreen. I knew it as soon as I put it. I want the darker one. I want a dark glow. I'm going in with this one. This is Supergoop's Glow Screen in Sunset. Sorry, friends. Okay. And then I'm gonna do this just before I put my foundation on. And I am going to have to move it downward, like kind of all over, because I don't want to look like I have a really dark face. And I don't want to look like I'm pale face. So I'm just like adding the sunscreen in certain areas where it's like, oh, it makes you look like you're a little more tan than normal. And because it's a subtle sunscreen, it'll help protect me from the sun. And we'll be good. Yeah, I won't throw it out. I was being dramatic, but I will use it as like just the highlight portion. I can actually use some now. But it definitely would be great for, Lexi already has that color. She actually is who influenced me to get it. The lighter one, because she's been wearing it, and yeah, I was like, that is so cute on you. Like, what is it? And so I got some. Okay, we're going in. This is the Sheer Tint in the shade Rye. This is like a tinted moisturizer. This is gonna give you just like a really nice, today we're going glowy. Doing a nice glowy. Oh, if I make it through this whole thing without getting makeup on these white sleeves, it will be an actual miracle. If you've not tried their tinted moisturizer, it is a sheer tint, so it's not a full coverage. You can see your skin like through it, but it's like really beautiful on. You can save 30% off with the code GLAM30. So if you're gonna check out, use like the link in the description of this video, and then use the code GLAM30. All right, so we are unboxing. So I'm gonna unbox a new concealer. This is the shade Porcelain. I'm just going to use it in my T-zone areas to kind of like stipple it in and brighten things up. You can also use that GLAM30 code on their brushes. I love the way this looks on. This is the best. I need to screenshot this and do a post. She said, I want to take a second to say between Pomifera skincare and the Ophir makeup, my skin has been aging in reverse. I get so many compliments at 57. That's like my favorite thing to hear because I feel like both of these products work so well. So Ophir has anti-aging properties in their makeup. And then I truly believe Pomifera is one of the best anti-aging products that you can get that isn't like ridiculously expensive or pharmaceutical grade. Like it is so good. And the two together, she said, I really, really mean this. Yay! And it's just so nice to feel good in your own skin. You know, like if you ever need help picking out something, you can always send me a message. But I absolutely love Pomifera skincare and the Ophir products. They really have, they're very transformative. But I love getting messages from, or pictures before and afters. Like this was me 10 years ago and this is me now. Like I look better now 10 years later than I did 10 years ago. And it's like, that's so exciting. Such a good, awesome report. Okay, we're gonna go in and do brows. I have a pimple developing in my eyebrows. I rubbed my face last night and felt it and I was like, it must be like maybe an ingrown hair or something. Do you ever get those? It's the worst when you get them like in your ear or in a weird spot in your nose or your brow. Oh, Laura also says, I get so many compliments on my skin. I use Pomifera and Ophir and I feel like it's taken 10 years off. That's so awesome. If you need a link for Pomifera, I recommend their skincare collections are so good. But if you need a link, just drop the word me below and I can send you a link for skincare. Or it's at CourtneySwan.com. I love their Danger Game Changer collection, their Ultimate Age Reverse. I love their skincare products. And so good for like deep wrinkles, sunspots, fine lines, but really like sagging skin, deeper lines. Like it really is so good. Buffy, we're gonna try the new Pivot powders today. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the setting powder. And then we're gonna use the Pivot powders. Okay, this is setting powder in the shade medium. It's like that butter shade. And I am going to set where I used that concealer, and I feel like my makeup just lasts a little longer when I set it. I also am going to contour. So I'm just using the tiniest bit and I'm going over anywhere where I'm like a little sweatier. But I leave a lot of my face, mostly like under my eyes or on the edges of my nose, but I still want to look a little glowy. Bernadette, that's so exciting. You have lost 50 pounds? A 15-year journey of never giving up. It's hard. It can be so challenging, but I am so proud of you. You need to know what to order in the Danger Game Changer. So it's actually a collection and it will just ask you, like, do you have dry skin? Do you have oily skin? Do you have acne prone skin? Like and you just select the ones that you need for yourself. So it's a very easy collection to order. It's on Pomifera's site. Okay, here we go. We're gonna go in with bronzer. We're gonna contour. My phone just did this thing where it went dark, which is my least favorite thing when I'm on a live because it makes it hard for me to see comments or myself. Maybe it's because it's in the sun. Okay, going in with, this is the darkest Ophir. Oh, Margot, you're 61. You absolutely love Pomifera too. Yay! All these Pomifera and Ophir users. It really is so good. So I'd never sold skincare before. I was like, I'm young, no one's gonna want to buy skincare for me. This is also why bad self-talk is not good. But I was like having signs of aging, like my laugh lines, my crow's feet, my forehead, like my skin kind of looked dull. And when I got pregnant with Veda, I was like, I have to do something because I can't get Botox and I can't do any like, you know, medical stuff. I need to find a natural like alternative, and it transformed my skin. And the amount of messages of people being like, what are you doing? I can tell a difference, like what's going on. And it ended up being, I'd never used a full skincare regimen before. I would buy something, try it for like a week, couldn't tell a difference, whatever. And Pomifera is the only one I consistently like go through. Every now and then I'll order something else, or I'll try like a collagen thing off Amazon, or like I really love Olavita. But I found it was confusing to everyone, like, well, what do I use Olavita and what do I use Pomifera, and well, which one's better? And I don't think there's one that's like better. I think they're both great, but it maybe is simpler to stick with one brand. So I have stuck with mostly, other than a here and there trying something, Pomifera for years now, and my skin is like amazing, and so many customers. And I love that it's not just if you're mid-30s, you're having good results. It's like people who are really, like my grandmother never went out of the house without makeup. She was always insecure about her skin. She had always like preached how much I should take care of my skin. I just think like, oh, like I rarely saw her without makeup, but I'm like, oh, I wish she would have known like how to do a little nice natural look, or how to, if there were things before she passed away that I could have helped her like to feel good in her own skin, because I think we all deserve to feel good in our own skin, or that we could go into Target and not feel insecure, you know? Like, I think we all deserve that. So yes, if you drop the word me, I can send you a link for all the things that we're talking about today. Okay, going in. This is just still with that deep bronzer. Okay, now let's go in. This is Sunset Spark. This is, here we go. We've got these. I'm gonna put this, I'm gonna do like a little bit of a ombre here. I'm just gonna take this and stipple this up a little higher. And all I'm doing is kind of like lightly tapping this out. And then I'm going to go in with this little, I think I'm gonna go in with actually this gold. And right where my highlight is, right on the tip of my nose, and I'm using like hardly any, I barely tapped it. I'm gonna use a little bit right on glowing. Okay, and if you ever feel like you get too much, you can take your brush that you used for your setting powder and you can lightly go over it, just so it's like not as, okay, and if you wanted that pink color, you could even add in. So it kind of goes from gold to this radiant rose to the darker shade. And then I'm going to use this color here for my inner corner highlight. This is the Gold Rush. Sorry if you can hear Veda, she's really loud right now. So her bedroom shares they have like a Jack and Jill bathroom. So this morning I heard her, she's saying, Nene, please, get me out. Nene, please. And you could hear her knocking on the bathroom door because they locked the bathroom door so she doesn't escape. And so, but Lexi was already at school. She calls Lexi Nene. And so Lexi was already at school. So I went and got her and I was like, that was just so sweet the way you were asking. And so going in with bronzer, just my regular bronzer. I completely agree that if you put on your face, you get like actually ready, you get out of your like pajamas and into like real clothes, even putting on like shoes, that it helps so much with your mental health. Yes, Buffy Pomfrey is the only full beauty system that you have ever stuck with. You'll be 57 on the 23rd. You've gone through two. It really, I think it's because it really works and you can see it working. And then the cool part about this makeup is it's also anti-aging. So the two together, it's like, oh man, my skin is looking pretty radiant these days, which is exciting. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that I'm like even. I feel like one looks like it's a little brighter than the other. I didn't use the silver ice today. I feel like if I'm gonna use warm tones, then I won't use the silver ice, but I will use it like on occasion. But today I just did like, since I already did golds, I just stuck with that. I also feel like summer is coming. I'll show it to you from a little further away. Like with summer coming, that I love the look of like a really glowy everything. Everything glow. And so I'm pretty pumped about that. Okay, we'll use this little fan brush. Just like anywhere that would naturally hit the light. And this is also a good way, like when you're worried how to apply it, a light fan brush is nice. Okay. What's next? All right, Comfortable Smudge Proof Mascara. This is an off pink. This is the shade Cherry. So many options today. I'm gonna just do a neutral lip. These were all of the colors. Oop, thumbs up on accident. You need suggestions for large pores. So for makeup, I would be sure you're priming. Primer is gonna help fill your large pores. And then the other thing I would say is to be sure you're exfoliating, like a good exfoliator. And then like a vitamin C serum or like Brighten or Plump, like something with hyaluronic acid that helps tighten your pores. Those are really good for helping your skin. I forgot to ask, if you like videos like this, if you can share my video, that would be awesome. Or if you think one of your friends would like it. And then also, if you're new to watching my videos and you think you would like to see me more, be sure you follow my page and you can either make me a favorite so you never miss a live. I do go live often, but you can make me one of your favorites or turn your notifications on if you want to be notified when I go live. I also pay for a service to send out text notifications. if you would like to be part of that, you can drop the word me and I'll send you the number to text so you can be part of that and you don't miss a live, just in case your notification doesn't work. My phone is like almost totally black. I don't know if it's like the sun's coming in and it's making it to where it's hot. It's like in low power mode right now, which is really hard when you're trying to use a cell phone. I love a good new mascara. There's just something about it, you know, when you're like, your lashes are lashing and you have a new tube. So I got this shirt, it's from Free People, but I got it in person at the store and it was like a clearance Free People top. And I guess by the time I got it, they were already sold out online. And so I just got lucky to have found it in the store, or else I would link it for you. So sorry. Lashes are getting long. Okay. At some point today, I will get whatever is in my eyeball out of my eye. It is driving me crazy. All right, something else. Like, try and take your brush. This part of my neck never sees the light of day, and sometimes I'll notice it in a video or in a picture or something that I'm like, like I'll do this and I'm like white and then tan. So really get in there. And then same with like your like little part here. Okay, let's do some lipping. Got everything. Look at me trying to be organized. See how long I can pull that off. I've been doing red clay, I feel like every day, because I just absolutely love it. I don't know where my sharpener is. Oh. If I was trying to be organized, where would I have put my sharpener? No clue. Anyways, okay, so it's probably not going to be buried today. Might be a red clay day again. Anybody tired of red clay yet? It's, let's see, smoothie. It is, we're gonna go with this. Okay, red clay. This is a eyeliner. But I've been using it as a lip liner and it's so beautiful. Okay, now we're gonna go in with the shade Nudesicle. And I just play with it until I get it the way I like it. I typically do kind of an ombre look where it's lighter in the center, darker on the edges, and it gives you the illusion of like fuller lips. I haven't got my lips done in a really, really, really long time. At one point, I kind of went too far and they looked crazy. And they started migrating and it just wasn't a good look. And so I had to get all my lip filler dissolved and I got just a tiny bit put back in. And I'm trying to just overline when possible and not go too crazy. You tried red clay and love it as a lip liner? They really should make it a lip liner. It's so good. Okay, I'm just using like this is cheap. This was a NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Peaches and Cream. I think it's $4. It's on my Amazon storefront. If you need a link for it, you can send me a message. But yes, Laura, Craig Clay is the best lip color for lips. Fear should make it in a lip, not just an eye. It really is such a good one. So I overline a little bit, and that gives me like the illusion that they're a little fuller. And then I also put like the lighter color in the middle, which gives the illusion they're a little fuller. So I'm working with what I've got, which is old shrunken down lips. But I will say lip filler is the best thing I ever did for like my confidence and the shape of my face, because the size of my nose, the size of my eyes, and then my lips were teeny, 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 tiny. So even though I don't have much in them right now, I can overline them. I feel like they look pretty full, and but I don't regret doing it at all. Here we go. But this is a good hack if you are trying to make your lips look fuller. This is a good little way to do it. I just had it. Where is it? Nude sickle. I probably put it in upside down, maybe. Where did I put it? It's a gift I have. It's a gift I have of losing things. Look, there it is. I did put it in upside down. So you just play with it until you get it like as dark or as light as you like. My lips aren't all been shrunken down. Compared to how full they were when I first got it done, I do feel like they're a little shrunken down. But with a good lip liner and a lip gloss, you're fine. You can revive them. So, okay, friends, I'll stand up and show you a full little outfit. And look how glowy. I put that glow stuff kind of everywhere. So this is going to be our little look of the day. I scored these jeans this week. I almost did these jeans for family pictures, but I scored them for $32, I think. They're H&M, so don't sit on H&M jeans. I was actually really happy that they fit and how they look on. So, all right, you guys, if you have questions about anything, you can send me a message. The link is in the description of this video, or you can drop toward me. If there's something like I don't see a link for this, drop toward me. I'll send it to your inbox. Also, almost everything is at CourtneySwan.com. So when in doubt, you can always go to CourtneySwan.com, and most of the main brands I work with are there. Or if you're ever like, oh, I want to order, I want to be sure. I actually get the sweetest amount of messages from people being like, hey, I want to order, I want to be sure you get credit. And so I really am super grateful for every single person that doesn't just go straight to a site and clicks my link first, because that's how it works for me to get credit. And so you can always find my links at CourtneySwan.com too. So if you're like, oh, I want you to get credit, if you go there first, I for sure do. Okay, TrimFit and greens. We're gonna shake it up. I wanted to do a devotion with you guys today, but my devotion is in my bathroom, because I guess that was the last place I did a devotion with you. So I don't have it with me. Take your TrimFit and your greens, or any supplements that you have. They don't do you any good if you don't actually drink them. And I'm gonna take my worm cleanse here in a minute. We have seen worms. So we're doing a parasite cleanse currently. This is day 5 or 6 right now. I think day 5. But doing an actual parasite cleanse. My name won't appear on most of the sites that you click, but if you watch a video of mine and you click the link from the video or in our messages, or at CourtneySalon.com and you click the link, it has like a hidden referral code, and that's how they know I sent you. But other than Pomifera and I believe Beautiful You both will say my name. But other than that, they won't. So I think that's also why I get messages saying, hey, I want to be sure you get credit, is because my name isn't on it. And so, but that's a good way to know. So what do I do to take the cleanse? So I am just doing a actual like cleanse, and then like a deworming wormwood. It's like an all natural with like oregano, wormwood, and clove, has several different things. And then a couple hours later, like at least 2 hours later, I'm doing a binder, which is where when your parasites die, they like release toxins. So you want to do something with like charcoal and some sort of binding to bind all that and get it out of your system. And so that's what we're doing. But some people online take like pictures of their poo and their worms and all that, and that's just a little too far for me. Although I do like deep dive and try and find it. I'm like, I wonder if they're going to show what they found. I'm not planning to show what I find unless there's just something crazy. Then I just couldn't help but show you, but I'm not planning to unless just something wild happens. But I am doing a detox right now. So can you do 2 scoops of TrimFit? You're so tired today? Yeah, my friend Jenny, she takes 2 scoops every morning. Yeah, but as long as you're just on my page, and I always share the links that are connected to me, obviously. So it's just if you were to like Google and go straight to a brand, that's when it like cuts the person out. Or like if you see something and you're like, oh, and you run and get it from the store. Obviously, I don't get credit for anything like that. But I also understand that like sometimes you just are like, oh, I want to wear that for date night tonight. I'm going to go in to Walgreens and get a NYX buttercream or whatever. And I don't get mad about any of it. Honestly, like there are a lot of people who watch all the time and maybe have never ordered anything, and that's so fine too. Like, I'm really grateful for viewers. When I first started, I had like 3, which was like my mom, my best friend, and my sister. Or like my mom and dad, they were still married. That's how long I've done this, and they've been divorced now for a long time. So I'm so grateful too for just those of you who share me with your friends and those who watch, and obviously those who choose. There's a lot of people on the internet you can choose to shop through, shop with, click their links and buy, or be mindful to use. And so I'm just grateful like that you guys hang out with me. And so all right, friends, I'm gonna hop off here. I gotta go do our blood work, and hope you guys have the best day ever. If you need anything, you can send me a message. Love you guys.